Oh, buenos dias, mi amigos. How's everybody doing today? Kate is first. Nobody on this planet can dispute her dedication to this cause. What's up, Kate? What up, T-Bone? How are you doing? Oh, I am going with the Virgil Earp. It is how I reckon we're gonna be opening up some bounty hunting stuff. What's going on, Councilman Chef? Art today. Yeah, there is. There's some art, some live art with a man, a myth, a legend, somebody that needs no introduction, and that in it and of itself is its introduction. Kate's like, you got 5 minutes with me, and then I go back to sleep. Hey, that sounds about right. I get that a lot. Kate, now, did you have your surgery earlier today? Was that earlier? Shared chat started. Yay! You did. How you feeling, darling? I knew it was the 15th. I didn't know about what time it was going to be. I'm assuming you survived, that this isn't blind cat catfishing with your account. What up, Carlos? She is probably high as a kite right now, enjoying life. She's like, I'm missing parts and I don't even know. This is great. I have this little button, I push it, and stuff goes in my veins, and I feel wonderful. So I don't want to leave the man, the myth, the legend on the back burner. I am going to bring him into the show. Let's get a warm DCD Collects welcome to the legend himself, Mr. Lee Kohse.
What's up, now? Kohse? Please leave a message at the tone. Beep. No, I'm kidding.
What up, brother?
Not much. How are you? I was prepping my cards, so we're done.
I like it.
So
I like it a lot.
I got a little pre-paint all over me, but yeah, we got a nice clean surface.
You're not an artist unless you're covered in paint.
The funny thing is the clothes you see me in at Comic-Con, the really nice ones, those are what I paint in.
Really?
Yeah. I am so ridiculously neat and tidy when I paint. I have only ruined, in my 30-year career as a full-time artist, one pair of pants.
Wow. And yet you eat like you've never eaten solid food before.
That is true.
That is actually
my entire family grew up in the restaurant business. So like when the food is brought to them, if you want to eat it hot, you got 30 seconds.
Kate was regaling us with the crazy day she had having surgery, and them having to slowly bring her to.
I have been there. The drug-induced stupor.
Yeah.
Post-surgery. So I hope you're enjoying the ride as much as I hope you're recovering well from your surgery.
She said most of the pain meds have worn off. I had hernia surgery, and right afterward she's like, "Does it hurt?" And I was like, "Yes, it does." So she's like, "Blam, fentanyl," and I'm like, I don't feel anything now. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm nice and numb.
Whatever that was is great. She goes, "Oh, it's fentanyl." I'm like, "Am I going to die?" She's like, No, you're not." I was like, "Okay."
This is the good stuff.
Yeah.
This is the real fentanyl. Yeah, when I had my internal organs rearranged, it was funny because this is the surgery that, as I wheeling me out of the OR, they told Maria, who was, we weren't married yet, but she was there with me. They told her that it would be about 4 or 5 hours until I woke up, to which she said something, my eyes immediately opened, and I turned to her and said, "I love you." And she thought it was the sweetest thing ever. However, when I finally woke up like 4 hours later, officially, and I was nice and wide awake, I had so many lawyers in that room because they were worried that I was awake during the surgery.
Oh.
And that I felt everything.
I would have went with that, like, oh, the pain. Oh, the pain.
I did not know that at the time. Yeah. So I didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of funny though, because also I was active duty in the Marine Corps, so they gave me one Vicodin while I was in the hospital, and then they gave me 99 pills and said, "Here's the rest." Marine Corps, it's a controlled substance. You got to turn in what you don't use at the end. And when I turned in the rest, the doctor poured it out, stuck it in the counter thing, and it spit out 99 Vicodin. And he looked at me. He's like, "You didn't take a single one?" It's like, I don't like the way it made me feel. So I was like, I would rather hurt than not feel my body. Yeah. Like it was just this trippy out of body experience. And yeah, so I could not do painkillers to this day, with my back injuries and the grenade hit and the various surgeries and stuff. I absolutely refuse anything. I think meloxicam is the strongest thing I'll let him give me right now. I'm sure at some point I'll need to go stronger, but I would rather just have the pain than be loopy.
Well, we're also ginger, so we have a higher pain tolerance than the average person.
Yeah. Well, I also have that stupid thing where when I was a teenager, I got stung by a bee and a tarantula hawk at the same time in the neck.
Yes.
So I have that right there totally threw off my pain index.
Yeah. What's going on, Money Mitch? Money Mitch is at work. He says, "I am gun decking right now."
Nice. I almost sliced off my left thumb, and the doctor said, "How much pain are you in?" With 10 being the worst you've ever had and 1 being nothing. I was like, it's about a 3. And my thumb's like, I had a knife go through my thumb, almost through the bone.
Well,
I've got great photos, but I can't show it to you here on stream. It's against TOS. But if you ever want to see them in person, just ask. I have a personal injury folder on my phone.
I'm good. I am. I don't mind my own blood. And if I'm in I was an emergency medic in the military. That was my secondary job. Mm-hmm. I have stuck my thumb in knife wounds. Literally jammed a thumb in a knife wound to stop bleeding. I have assisted with fairly severe head wounds, putting the skin back over the skull. In a car accident, but if I'm not in, I don't like watching scary movies. Yep. I don't like when people are like, "Hey, here's a video of my knee surgery." It's like, A, why do you have a video of your knee surgery? And B, no, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not into the motion thing. Like, I don't like horror films. Yeah. I guess, but it's weird. It's like, I like horror films, but I like classic horror films. I'm not a big fan of things like, say, they will have like slasher flicks. Yeah. Slasher flicks really don't appeal to me. I thought the first Nightmare on Elm Street was awesome. Everyone after that was just Yeah. The first couple of Friday the 13th were awesome, and all the ones after that were kind of So I like it when it's creative, but I just don't like violence for the sake of violence.
No, I dig. I'm there with you. So, speaking of violence, Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season 1.
Ooh.
Had its share of violence. Had its share of Rancor riding, right?
That it did.
We have a little thing that we picked Lee's brain and asked him if he would feel confident drawing Star Wars Book of Boba Fett companion pieces. Now, are you familiar with Star Wars, Lee Kohse? Oh, no, hold on. All right, I'm going to try that again. I lost you. Are you familiar with Star Wars?
Yes, I have played the Monopoly game.
Okay, all right. And, hello, Crystal, Juan, Baby, and Dogs. How's everybody? Sorry, she's like, Book of Boba Fett was just Mandalorian Part 2. Sorry, not sorry. It's a valid criticism.
Hey, you know what? Mandalorian is a valid character to request, too.
Yeah. So what we did is we were able to get the Season 1 tins, which guarantee an autograph per tin and or a sketch card. And we are going to have Mr. Kohse paint a companion piece, or draw a companion piece, I should say. Now, we have this button that I can push. Bloodcracker, Joe C., Carlos, and DC/Jimmy have bought boxes.
Ooh.
But
And by the way, I'm just jumping the gun and doing a Boba Fett because we're really stupid to do a Boba Fett set without having me do a Boba Fett. So
It's
I'm
true.
pretty sure someone's going to ask for one.
And
So I'm just going to get the ball rolling and just get going.
I can tell you, you'll already need to draw a classic Boba, because Joe C. is our dear friend from Australia. Shout out to my friends down under. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. He already said, hey, I'm not going to be able to be live. That's all well and good. You're on the other side of the planet. I understand. He said, I'm going to need a Boba Fett. So that will not go to waste. Now, before we even jump into Joe's box, which we are going to do first since he's already working on a Boba Fett, I have a giveaway from the last time we did this that has yet to be randomed. Let me take you to a little blast from the past. Boba drinking boba. We did pick-a-packs before, and we sold 15 of those. 15 is basically where I'm going to draw the line. We need to do a giveaway. That giveaway, after we random everybody's name 7 times, whoever's on top is going to get a free box of Star Wars 2023 Chrome Black and a companion piece via Lee. Now, if you are not present and your name pops up, don't worry. I got you, homies. We will make sure you get something good. All right. 6. Scuba! Oh, my goodness. Scuba and his winning, it seems constant.
Rigged.
Rigged. Rigged. 100% of the time it has been called rigged. I've even had the winner tell me, oh, it's rigged. That must be rigged. But you won. Yeah, it's still rigged. I can't break my streak of telling you everything is rigged. Now, the cool thing about Scuba is I actually have his phone number. I can text him. And I can tell him, if you're not watching, Scoobs, you just won.
You should be. He's going to be like, I want a Boba Fett. Knock that over.
So Scuba is going to get, a camera that's off center, is going to get this sweet box right here that we're pretty sure we haven't seen the case out of. There's one box for the run that we just did, that Scuba just won. And there is another box from that case reserved for after 15 of these sell. There's also 2 more that are for sale on their own. I believe, and hey, listen, I've been wrong in the past. It's not often, but it happens. I believe the case hit is still out there. So it is very possible that one of these 4 boxes that we could see are going to have one of these Star Wars Chrome Blacks are going to have the case hit in there. Scoob says he'll be along in a little bit. So we're going to jump into Joe.
Fraser.
Joe! Friend! Roman countryman, lend me your dingoes. I don't know, that's the most Australian thing I could think of. I'm sure they want to get rid of as many dingoes as possible out there.
They make horrible babysitters.
They're god-awful. All right, so Joe, this is going to be your Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season Uno. Everything inside of here is yours, and remember, Jimmy and I have a bounty. Hello, oh my goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Australia. Why? Good day, Ninja. Good on you for joining. Ninja's here, everybody. What's going on, Ninja? Ninja, listen, I want to say this. I want to say this with the utmost respect. I want to, in a professional and serious way, acknowledge how well your gym routine has performed. I say this, and I want to say this without sounding like a jerk or
creep.
a creeper. I have to say, I as you know, we follow each other on Instagram. Your gains are showing. You look fantastic. You look very physically fit. And I know that we're not close, but I'm proud of you because you're definitely putting in the work and you look fantastic. And I want you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed by those who are privy to your Instagram. So it is a lot of hard work. Listen, before I hurt my back and before my back really went into chaos, I was an amateur fighter in MMA. I trained multiple disciplines. I used to have a very low percentage of body fat. The heaviness I've walked around with the last 10 years is crushing. But 3 pulverized vertebrae and degenerative disc disease doesn't allow me to lift very much. So I know how much work goes into staying that physically fit, and I definitely tip my cap to your hard work. Ninja, I'm actually opening this one for Joe. Joe is also in Australia. He is about a third of the continent away from you. What up, Scuba? Scuba, you just won a giveaway. After we open this box, buddy, you're going to see what you won. So this tin right here is on its way to Australia as soon as Lee delivers the cards.
By the way, the cards will be delivered. When are we meeting up? The Super Bowl party.
Yeah, Super Bowl. All right, here we go. We already know Joe wants Boba Fett. I already emailed him. We're good. We're good there. Oh, look, mods. A Grogu. There are blue and purple parallels. Those are not numbered. I'm sorry, Kate. Kate's like, I'm not going to be at the Super Bowl party. Well, sorry. Hey, look, Grogu.
That's okay. Maria and I had to book a hotel for the Super Bowl party.
There's Drash. She's a mod. Oh, look at
Technically, so is Fennec Shand.
Look at medium aged Luke. What's going on, Kyle? How you doing? Him and Ahsoka. Currently planning your Super Bowl party. Excellent. I suggest food. But, healthy food for you. I will eat all the calories that you cannot. So rest assured. Hey, real quick, Lee, you are in the industry. Is Tatooine Sand Ape, is that the official name, or is that a derogatory term like sand people?
Purely racist.
Okay, that's what I thought. I have a feeling it's not actually called Tatooine Sand Ape.
Actually, it was Earl.
Earl. It's Earl.
He left his overalls at the cleaner.
It's Earl. He's got a wife and 3 kids. Does taxes on weekends.
Yeah, he's a primate CPA.
Emerging from the Sarlacc pit, we all fantasized about that moment, and we got to see it. And hey, Pelimato, there is a good autograph. Out of 75, it's Amy Sedaris.
Ooh, cool.
If you don't like this character, then you're not a real Star Wars fan. She is great. My goodness, Joe, that's a good one. That is a good one. And it's numbered. That's nice. She is wonderful. I concur. If anybody pulls a Matt Berry autograph, they go for about $15. They're not super expensive, but I don't want to go online and buy one. I want one for Jimmy and I decided instead of just selling the card I'm about to show you and buy 2 or 3 of them, I am going to trade anybody, the first person who hits a Matt Berry and wants to trade it, I will trade this 1 of 1 blue Bantha Milk card. Uncle Owen's Bad News. It's an Uno de Uno from the Skywalker Saga. 1 of 1. That is my bounty. A 1 of 1 to get my hands on your Matt Berry auto. Let Lee know that
every time I hear Matt Berry, all I hear is bat!
Bat.
Every time I see him at a show, I'm just point at him and go, bat!
What up, Blind
and
Cat?
And he starts flapping his arms.
Lee, Kyle says, let Lee know that the Spawn drawing is awesome and my son loved it. We are shared chat. He can actually read the chat too. Although, he usually doesn't have time to read chat.
If I actually turn the monitor towards me.
Exactly.
Sapporo subscribe. Thank you, Sapporos.
What up, Blind Cat? Oh my goodness, buddy. I am so happy that most of your stress is now relieved. That's what she said. That's what she said. That is literally what she said. She is here. Yeah. She jumped on first and was like, I'm here. And we're like, wait a minute. You're here. That's good.
Why aren't you medicated?
He's like, oh, she's here. Figures.
Never get a moment alone, do you?
Yeah. Listen, from what I gather about...
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the show.
What I gather is Blind Cat's upstairs. He's like, never. But he wouldn't have it any other way. Don't let him lie to you. He's happy. He's happy.
That's pretty much the way Maria and I are. We'll goof around, but yeah. It's kind of the great thing about when you marry somebody who's also your best friend.
Ooh. Now, as far as the Cad Bane dent on his helmet, is there a depiction anywhere that we can find that happening, whether it be via the book or a snippet?
I'm sure there is. I think there is actually. I'm pretty sure I saw it in a flashback kind of sequence thing.
And that was a direct shot, or was it not a blaster shot?
It was a blaster shot.
It was a blaster shot?
Yep.
That's a pretty nasty blaster to cause that kind of dent in Beskar armor.
Well, also remember that I think there was a discussion. There's 2 options in this. One is that Jango Fett, being a foundling, kind of outside the Mandalorian order at the time that he was a foundling, may not have been using pure Beskar.
Oh.
The other is that Cad Bane just had a blaster that was specifically designed, because some Beskar or some rounds will penetrate Beskar.
Yeah.
And so he just had his pistols were modified to deal with such annoying circumstances.
Blind Cat says, I like the original reason the dent was proposed. Boba Fett was fighting Vader, and Vader deflected the shot.
I like a lot of the original stuff.
I could see Vader like, yeah, you're not going to fix that. You're going to wear that as a reminder.
Yep. Well, also, if somebody, like, if a lightsaber or something like that comes down on you, and if something that can dent Beskar does a dent, I'm pretty sure it's not something you can easily hammer out. You pretty much have to melt it down and redo it.
Valid. All right, so while you are doing that, we got Scuba. Scuba's the winner of the last giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting a Topps Chrome Black Star Wars and a custom piece by Mr. Lee Kohse. Are you ready to see what's inside here, Scoops?
How you doing, Scoops? Be seeing you in a couple of months, I'm sure.
Lee still owes me the giveaway ball, he says.
I do. Drawing on balls is a pain in the ass, man.
That's what she said.
It is. It is on my list up there. It's just one of the ones I don't want to do. I'll do it.
Finn out of 75. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ninja. I didn't answer your question. I just saw it scrolling up. No, we're good. Intermittent power outages, but for the most part, nobody in the DCD Collects family and extended family had anything worse than little wind damage and power outages. Princess Leia.
Evacuation zones.
True. Qui-Gon and Darth Maul.
We've had close, but no cigars.
Yep.
So, we're okay with no cigars.
We had a fire that was 2 blocks away from our house, but we were very lucky that we had a dry riverbed between us, and the wind was going in the opposite direction. So they said at no time was any structure under threat.
Right.
And
DC would be the close but no cigar.
I was the close but no cigar. It was. We could see the helicopters were over our building. The drones were over our building. They had us next in queue to evacuate, but they said after it was contained the next day, they're like, yeah, there was really no threat to the structure. This giveaway was from the last Cozy Pick-a-Pack. Ooh, that's going to be reasonably numbered. Out of 99. Jaco. Jacoby Swain. This was the little Force-sensitive kid that they never went back to, right?
Oh, is this the janitor?
I believe so.
He's the I don't have nothing against the actor or his performance or anything like that, but when people ask me about, the various movies and stuff, I always kind of point out that episode 7, at the end of episode 7, I wanted to know more about Rey. I wanted to know more about Kylo. I wanted to know more about the Knights of Ren. And then with episode 8, all I was left with was, can that kid use the Force to do his chores?
Yeah. That's right. He moved a broom. All right, Scuba. You got the ultimate battle of Qui-Gon and Darth. You got some Finn, some Leia, and Jaco. Now, I'm sure you have an overwhelming urge to just have him make a picture of a broom wiggling. But for the sake of artistic for the sake of artistic integrity, what would you like to see as a companion? I'm gonna step away real quick.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Is the Sorcerer's Apprentice. So he can have the other magic, the broom wielding magician.
All right, so he's queued up for a Qui-Gon. Let me make a note of that.
Qui-Gon. Okay.
Is Bloodcracker here? Bloodcracker, did you arrive? Let's take a look at our chat. No, he's not here, but shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to, hello lady, Mrs. the Breaker hiding in the chat. Prue.
Actually, give me a moment. I will message somebody who I think might be interested in this.
We will jump to Carlos. Carlos, let me ask you, my friend, are you ready?
Finish this a little bit more later. We'll start again.
You are welcome, Scoops. These are available still. We have some left. DCDKLX.com.
I also need to refresh my paints. These paints are a little sticky, so this will go faster if I touch them.
Are you ready for yours to get over? He's like, for what? All right.
Are you ready?
Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season Uno, Carlos.
By the way, Carlos, hello.
Hey, look, it's a Grogu. There's Cad Bane.
Not sure what's on screen or not. So
There's more Cad Bane. Young Boba Fett in the aftermath of a battle, cradling his father's nugget bean.
Oops, wrong button.
So, Lee, is it pronounced Kersantin?
No.
How's it pronounced?
Hang on, I'm trying to. I guess that is chrysanthemums. Okay, sorry. I was thinking for some reason I'm used to him being referred to as black chrysanthemum because that's actually your black chrysanthemum, whatever. But usually I hear that it's almost like the whole Black Tom Cassidy thing.
Got it.
Hang on, also I'm messaging.
How dare you?
Well, I'm trying to one of the guys who hangs out with me on my Whatnot channel. He's
Aqualish.
Boba Fett stuff.
Aqualish, fun fact, not related to Aqualung. No relation. Major Domo. And the Armorer. All right, I think this one might be your autograph or sketch card. Now, you did not supply any sketch cards for this, correct?
No, not that set.
Boba. And there's Andrea Bartlow, the Twi'lek. There's 8D8, voiced by Matt Berry.
I'm going to touch up my paints really fast.
Scad. Yes, he is.
His wife's been meaning to talk to him about that.
Yeah? Woo. I threw your pack on the floor. I'm sorry. But it's
Down with the pack!
That's right. Panther.
Gonna sound horrible, but I was doing a oil painting the other day, and it suddenly occurred to me I am out of burnt sienna, and I panicked.
The old burnt sienna.
It's the base color I use for skin tones. So, it's like,
All right, Carlos. Book of Boba Fett. Lots of ideas in those packs. The question is, what are you going to have him draw? Don't say Vespa.
I am very much, excuse me, I'm very much against drawing the Vespas. I am okay with drawing the mods. The Vespas were just like, what the?
Lee and I have a very similar take on the mods. I like the guy with the hat. Cad Bane, the bounty hunter.
Hell yeah.
That guy with the hat. Hold on, I'll pull it.
Phrasing. There we go. I'm so just don't mind me. I'm freshening up my paints here before we start rocking and rolling.
Don't mind
Let's go
me, I'm
faster.
just freshening up my paints.
Give you my palette of powder.
There he is. That guy, right?
Right.
Oh, right.
Ugh. I need to.
Blind Cat's like, Cad
switch
Bane
myself
was cool.
away. Cad Bane was pretty awesome. I was actually shocked by how well they rendered him in the live action show.
I agree, and I was shocked by how people panned how they rendered him.
You just
and I was
got
like, you've got to be kidding me. They're using practical effects for this one.
Yeah, and the thing is like they found an actor who
What up,
like,
Dangle?
that is like from his cheeks and his lower jaw and everything. That's all him. They just painted. Everything else is prosthetics to kind of build it up. So I mean, like it was a very complex makeup job. He pulled that off.
Yeah,
Because
no,
in the animation, he's got this crazy, like really sunken kind of cheek look.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I was aghast at people. I mean, some of the fanboys and pseudo fanboys are just trolls for the sake of being trolls and gatekeepers for the strangest gates. And I was like, no, I 100% like it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Knowing how complicated that would have been to pull off that character, in an IRL practical way, yeah, they did a great job.
Blind Cat says, I thought, I think they made Thrawn look a little weird. So I at first, what's up, Dangle? Dangle, we're just doing some, paint by number with Lee. We're giving him a number of things to paint, and he's doing it.
Yep, assuming that number is Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It's the Arabic alphabet.
I was taken aback by the age of the actor, but then somebody pointed out that he's supposed to be aged. This is him past his prime. This is him, at the end of his story, and that's why you have the broken teacup clones and shock troopers with him. Like this, they aged him appropriately for the timeline that it was taking place in, and once it was broken down to me, the timeline and how old he was supposed to be, then I was like, all right, I can give that one a pass. But I was with you at first. I was like, but I can't remember who it was. It might have been not Feige. What's his name?
Filoni.
I think Filoni came out was like, we made him age appropriate.
Yeah, it's the gatekeepers trip me out sometimes. I swear the gatekeepers are actually hurting themselves, because gatekeeping is what got us some of the worst things.
Yeah.
Because it's they're not taking any risks. They're afraid to take risks because the gatekeepers will tweet, so.
Anything so, Dangle. We did get Paul Melly. She is awesome. We opened, Scoobs won the giveaway for the last pick-a pack, and he got one of the last 4 boxes of the Star Wars Chrome Black. As we've kind of all sort of collectively agreed, we don't feel like the case hit has been hit in that Star Wars Chrome Black. Another box will be available after we sell through 15 of these, just like we did with the last one. We are 4 boxes in. That will have another box, and there's 2 additional Chrome Black boxes that are available for purchase. And then that ends that case. Blind's like, I am just a bitter man, and I loved the Thrawn trilogy from Zahn.
Absolutely. But here's my thing, though, is without Dave Filoni tapping the expanded universe the way he is to try and bring some of those legend characters into canon, we wouldn't be getting more stories with them.
It's true.
I can still read them, and if you want to even take it to the multiverse kind of thing, you can sort of just pretend that the Timothy Zahn books are like their own multiverse or something like that. I still have those books. I still have those stories. I can read them. I can appreciate them. I can love them. But I can also go watch Ahsoka and get more Thrawn, And so I'm excited by that. It's like, the moment Disney got rid of the expanded universe and made it Legends, that, I understand, as somebody who works in that, field, in that company,
yeah,
I understand why they did it, because we were basically handicapped. It wouldn't let us expand or do anything creative, because if we were to do something, like I think the biggest thing was if they were to do episode 7 time appropriate with the expanded universe, you would have had too much new stuff going on. It would have been the second Galactic Civil War simultaneously with the Yozon Vong invasion, and trying to explain all the metaphysical stuff with the Yozon Vong would have just killed anything. And everybody would have been angry because, oh, well, you didn't mention this thing, or oh, you didn't mention the little, the force blocking little squirrels, the seedry were referred to as, right? So everybody would have been complaining about something. You would not have made anybody happy. So they just decided to kill it because people were complaining enough as it was, and that's why you ended up getting the shows you did.
Kyle, I just sent you a message to the email we have on file. You already did a giveaway for the collab and working on the second. Yeah, the pick-a-pack that we did a couple months ago, that we did over the course of 2 days. We just never did the giveaway, so I finally gave the giveaway away. Now we are working on the Boba Fett one. And that's also going to come with one of the final boxes of Chrome Black. All right.
This is almost done. I'm just fine-tuning some stuff. I want one card painted to show people what they're getting. And then what we'll end up doing is I'll get this one done, at its kind of like 90% stage, as it were. And then I'll go on and start the other ones just to get them going. But I just want to have one really rendered so that anybody tuning in gets an idea of what they're getting. And not half-finished looking cards. If that's okay with you, sir.
Hey, man, you're the boss. I'm just here.
I'm the boss. Don't give me that kind of power.
I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate There Will Be Blood into this. I don't think it's really possible, man. This is straight up, you get to see your thing open, and then you get the artist to begin on your original art. That's cool enough as is.
He really likes There Will Be Blood format.
He does. He loves the Gamba. He's all about the Gamba.
We could do a thing. Do you have a 6-sided die or a 20-sided die or something with you?
I have the Dungeons and Dragons app, yeah.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is if he wants to gamble, kind of roll for it, what you do is make a list. Think like a wild mage side effect table, and you assign a number to each of it and then roll, and that's what he's stuck with.
Ooh. It's 19 variations of a mod and 1 Boba Fett.
No Vespas.
No Vespas. Scuba is going to interject and say, I'm actually going to buy one of those remaining Chrome Blacks real fast.
Nice. Doesn't want my artwork? What?
So he's just going to open a box for funsies. He's like, 5%. I like those odds. Scuba. Topps Chrome Black Star Wars.
Sweet. So let me move that one aside.
Kyle, if you sign in and create a new one, I'll transfer any points that you have over there. What's going on, Bickman? How are you doing, man? We are just doing some original Lee Kohse art and opening up some Star Wars to go with it.
Hell yeah.
Kit Fisto. Low-key Dave Filoni's guy.
I'm a huge fan of Dave Filoni personally. I think Star Wars would be just abysmal if he wasn't there.
I concur. Plus, he has great hats.
He does. I should show you there was a photograph of him one time without his hat. He was with a bunch of the other Star Wars guys. And I was joking around that something was wrong. and I went and actually photoshopped a hat on him.
I'm sure it was appreciated.
He got a kick out of it. Also, by the way, Dave Filoni actually has one of my paintings in his office.
Really?
Yeah, a painting I did I did Plo Koon wearing Dave Filoni's hat.
The Tuscan Chief was played by Xavier Jimenez. Definitely not the case hit. You know, I'm shocked there was not a single numbered card in this entire box. Oh, this is a parallel. This is a foil parallel, though. Yeah, so that is a parallel. Okay, I was going to say, we didn't get a parallel here. We did. We got a non-numbered parallel. The rainbow foil. Dangle, it's actually shared chat. Both chats are in here.
We can see what you're saying. I can't. I'm not looking at it.
True.
But DC can see it.
Right. Scuba.
I kind of want to do a Cad Bane comic now. I can't find any more Star Wars sketch covers. I'm getting very bummed. Even my local comic shop is out of them.
All right, Scuba says, give me the last box. All right, I'm going to do it. It's the last one. So, if this doesn't have the case hit in it, that means the giveaway box for this run should be the case hit. If neither have a case hit in it, it was not a good case. That's the only answer I would have. So let's hope that that's not the case.
With this case.
Get it? See what I did there? Scuba! Let's get something good.
Sapporo's, even the Leias would be awesome.
Max Rebo. Out of 125, that's Admiral Piet. I like that purple. Piet?
Piet.
Yeah. Tomato, tomato.
No, that's actually how he says it in the movie.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, you're right, I'm wrong, but goodness gracious.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah. Troll. Now I have to say Piet on purpose. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Now I just have to dig in my heels because Lee Cozy told me I was wrong. All right, let's get a nasty auto. Let's get a nice Harrison Ford.
Huh. Dibs. Although I'm one to talk. I pulled that one case hit where it was the 101 Andy Serkis.
Yes.
Trying to remember his real name.
Moroff. Played by Ian White. Also, probably not the case hit. Excuse me. Well, the hopes and dreams of this case now rest on the giveaway for this run. Otherwise, it was a duty case. And yes, duty is the technical term.
Need to use a different pen this time. I did not like the way that last pen worked. Ink faded on the acrylic as I was drawing it.
What's going on, KP? He says, is Poodoo.
What is up, KPW? I talked to a whatnot dealer today into selling me a big stack of, a decent stack of sketch covers. And right when he's about to put it up on auction, Kevin pops in, and I'm just all like, "Oh God, he's gonna snipe him."
He just said, "I almost sniped you, Lee."
Yeah, it was nice. It was a good price, for those comics and stuff. And I was just all like, "Oh man." Yeah,
Too good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna snipe me. It's okay. I'm like, to me, it's like all fair, but but I was the one who negotiated the deal to begin with. I love Cad Bane, by the way. This is like one of my favorite characters to work on.
Who else? What's up, Mandala? How are you doing?
Mandala.
So Burrow says, I know a place that has 2 shorties worth of blanks. I have about a third of a shorty filled with blanks here that I'm just waiting to be rich so that I can afford artists to paint on them. Now that I'm spoiled by having, people like Kevin P. West, Lee Kohse, Kai, and Daniel Gonzalez as friends.
Paul Maitland is chopped liver.
Paul. Yeah, but Paul's not here. I mean, what's the point of... Mondale's like, oh no, he can see me. What's the point of, shouting him out if he's not here to hear it, right? I love Paul.
Is Gonzalez here?
No.
Oh, well, you called him out?
Yeah. Well, he's new.
That's Paulist.
That's anti-Anglophile. Scoobs is getting a commission from Be It Easel. Nice.
Be It Easel's good.
She is... we were watching a little bit of her do the Muppets. She's just entertaining. Like, her and Babe Ross, like, I aspire to be as entertaining as them. I know I have entertainment value, but I cannot hold a candle to their energy and stamina. I'm like an old man. Like, that's the difference. I'm an old man.
See, my thing is I'll zone out. Like, I can do the entertainment and, things like that. And that's actually why I like having people in the stream with me, usually. Because it gives me somebody vocally to chat with. I can't really interact with the chat as well as I want to be entertaining and have that energy. But then it's things like, got to focus on these eyes, this face, something, and then suddenly I just stop talking for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, for instance.
Yeah, I'm getting text messages and I'm catching up my my orders.
Ooh, orders.
Craig is in. I'm trying to get Jimmy back. Mrs. the Breaker and Jimmy were watching a second ago. And I need to get them on so that Jimmy can tell me what he wants. So in the meantime, we will jump to Craig. Craig, if you're ready, we'll get busy with you.
And has that one gentleman come back yet?
Bloodcracker?
Yeah, Bloodcracker.
I have not seen him. I mean, worst case scenario, we open it and just pick something cool.
You can just message him and ask him what he wants.
Valid.
Email him or whatever. Just say, hey, you got this. Here's the timestamp for your video.
Look at you with open lines of communication.
Yeah. Although, admittedly, I only know him from the show, so I don't have his contact info.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you have to do it.
I will hold that over you forever.
Yeah, one of my biggest clients I can't get hold of.
They do that on purpose.
One of my biggest returning clients.
Actually, Craig's not even here right now. He should be here shortly then.
No problem. That
He's
gives me more
probably
time to work on
driving.
Cad Bane here.
Usually he's driving. So then we'll get back to big leagues.
Better than falling.
Yeah. Unless you are falling from a plane with a parachute.
DB Cooper style. Bags of money in hand.
Dangle says Mrs. Dangle's birthday is on Friday. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Did you buy her some football cards?
Did you buy her some Boba Fett cards?
Did you buy her some hockey? Some baseball?
Just keep running down the list of all the stuff you have to sell. Did you buy her some Funko Pops?
In other words, I better get a box now while I can. Or what you could do is you could take your money and you could get a babysitter and let her have a girls' night out so that you and the babysitter can take care of your brood of children. Carlos says, mine is Sunday. Well then, Carlos, it sounds like Friday is going to be your birthday luck. And the Bills are going to win on your birthday.
Is Carlos a Bills fan?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this out loud before Kevin P. West says something. I don't think the Bills are going to win. I don't see the Bills stopping their run game. We are very susceptible to the run game. They beat us during the season. I don't see Buffalo getting past Baltimore this year. And I even see Baltimore possibly beating the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
We can only hope somebody beats the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm being a realist. Don't get me wrong. I would love for a Bills-Lions Super Bowl. My dream is a Bills-Lions Super Bowl, because then most of the world will be happy with whoever won.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am with like the Chiefs. Is like, it's like I'm happy they won, but it's like give somebody else a shot.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, what was it that one year when it was the Cubs and I think it was the Cincinnati Reds? And it's all like, I want both teams to win.
Yeah.
We have two teams, neither have won a World Series in 100 years. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Dangle's like, I also don't see anybody beating the Ravens. Listen, I am one of the biggest Bills fans in the world. I named my son after a Buffalo Bills player. But I'm also a realist. And I will be surprised if we win. I do have a friend that works for the Bills and is pretty high up on the totem pole. I am going to reach out to him and see if he will give me an idea of what they're thinking so I can be put at ease. Obviously, he's not allowed to, even for his friends, he can't be like, oh, this is our game plan. But he does know the game plan. That's how high up he is. I'm hoping the Ravens will beat the Ravens again. That would be nice. I would be okay with that, KP. I would be okay with Lamar trying to do too much. The Buffalo Bills defense is very opportunistic. We will capitalize on your mistakes. That is one thing we are very good at. And the times that we have beaten the Ravens in the past is because we capitalized on his mistakes. With that said, he's been playing some pretty flawless football. And that Derrick Henry cat's no slouch either.
Slouch.
What's going on, Mark? How are you?
Hey, Mark. Welcome back.
We just opened up some really great Star Wars product, and now Mr. Lee Kohse is doing some companion pieces. We have a box coming up for Bloodcracker, for Jimmy, and for Craig, too. Oh, hi, Mark. Saporos. Somebody had to do it. Saporos was the guy.
I told you about Tommy Wiseau reaching out to me, right?
Yes, about doing the book.
Yeah. I can't bring myself to say yes. I love working with people who are goofy and eccentric, but I just have issues when they don't share the business model. Or the business model is, it's me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the worst business model.
Well, the guy also self-funds almost everything he does.
That is true. And I'll give him this. He only charges $10 for an autograph. That's not bad.
Yeah, I met him at the con, and honestly, he was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
He's eccentric, but hey, listen, we are all different. And he was nothing but nice. He gets it to a degree. He understands the kitsch of it, and he's in on the joke. And that's why I don't feel bad when people see him and smile and laugh at, but he's in on it. He gets it.
Yeah. No, it's I have no problems with the guy. I will admit that I'm somewhat fascinated that the guy's got 13 belts and none of them work.
Yeah. He had. This is what I've gathered, and I talked to whoever was helping him. Which he brings the same people to all of his shows, so he has a group.
He's got his team.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, because he had a line of clothing, Tommy Wiseau clothing, jackets, underwear, pants, hoodies, and I'm like, he has clothing line. He goes, oh, he used to have a clothing store in San Francisco, or I think we said San Francisco. It's that area. And I was like, really? And then I started doing some internet digging, and there's old videos of his commercials that he would self-shoot. He would shoot his own commercials for his clothing store, and his clothing store was literally a 2-story clothing store in the downtown area. Not a
Was this before or after the room?
Before the room.
Okay.
This is pre-room. So he definitely is a self-starter, and I don't know where he got his original money from. The stories are he got into a car accident, and that gave him his seed money. The other story I heard is he comes from an extremely wealthy family in Europe. Excuse me. But I don't know that answer, but I do know
he's a Rothschild.
Right? He's Anderson Cooper's cousin. He's a Vanderbilt. He is a self-starter, and he obviously
I like that about him.
Works hard. I mean, whether you like him or not, he's a hard worker. The dude's at all the shows. The dude's touring with his movies. I can't I laugh, but I laugh in a like, yeah, that dude's doing it. All right, you go. Like, get it. I'm
Yeah.
not mad about it.
I think if it was a less complicated project, I'd probably jump on.
Yeah.
But I'm paranoid of dedicating so much time to a project right now because I have so many other projects of my own that I want to do.
Yep. So was he doing and you don't have to give me the you don't have to answer this and you don't have to give specifics. Was he doing a flat fee or was he doing like a percentage?
We didn't talk that far.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like I said, I couldn't get business information out of him.
Ah.
Which is kind of why I was just like, it's like, well, I have other people asking me to do stuff and I have other things to do. So.
And you talked to him directly on the phone?
Actually, he came up to me at several events.
Oh.
So.
Because I know I chatted with him and showed him your work at the one show.
Mm-hmm.
And you had mentioned to me he wants me to do something with his book. I didn't know if he talked to you again afterwards.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, I just haven't gotten. I haven't received the information I requested. So I can't say yes without any data type stuff. So I need to know what my page rate is or what kind of rights and stuff I contain.
Yeah. He has, and I almost bought it, and Mrs. the Breaker was like, "You're an idiot." Well, I mean, usually she's like, "You're an idiot," but this one specifically.
I was gonna say, isn't that your safe word?
Yeah. He has like it is a bubble, like a slim bubble jacket, but it is all like silver reflective material, like almost like tinfoil. And I was like,
"She said you're an idiot because you bought it, or you almost bought it?"
I almost bought it because it is so ridiculous, in a attention seeking way. I'm like, you guys have seen my tracksuits. You guys see, everything. Carlos is like, I gotta head out. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, man, take a painkiller.
Not a problem. Did Carlos get a box or?
Yeah, he did. You're doing his Cad Bane right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Hello,
wanted to make sure
Mel.
I knew what he was doing.
Hello, Jimmy, back again. So Jimmy doesn't this. What's up, Skyrim Dragon? How are you doing? Is Lee aware that his stream is muted?
My stream is muted? Oh, hey. You're right, it is.
Wow. So that's why everybody's hanging out in here instead of your room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot. I was thinking, why am I so popular? Why is everybody in here instead of with Lee? Now I know.
Because I'm drawing. Damn it. I'm trying to do my job.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, anything I can do to throw a wrench in your business, I am down. So Jimmy actually doesn't know this. Mrs. the Breaker doesn't know this. Well, I mean, she's about to know this. She probably has an idea of what's happening since I'm preambling. But we are Jimmy, who is usually in studio. He is not in studio today. Jimmy is usually in studio. He is usually hanging out. And he really liked these tins and he really liked these cards. And he loves Uncle Lee Kohse. So we are going to go ahead and do one for Jimmy. Now, Jimmy, I will let you pick. Do you want the left side or the right side, buddy? Jimmy's in the trunk. He's watching on his iPad. Whoop, I accidentally muted Lee. Sorry, Lee, you were muted for like 15 seconds.
That's okay. I've been muted on my stream for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Thank God you don't play your VODs.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Jimmy. We are looking for a Matt Berry autograph. It is my fault. Mark, it is 100% my fault. All right, here we go. Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season 1. Jimmy, Uncle Lee is going to draw you a companion card. We're going to figure out what it is.
I am surprised nobody's asked for a Mando.
Skyrim also says, also, if Lee is talking, yeah, we can't hear him on Lee's end.
Even now?
Even now,
Whoops.
Skyrim?
Oops, hang on. Nope, I
Nope.
unmuted the wrong microphone.
You unmuted the wrong microphone.
That I did.
All right.
Thank you, Skyrim.
Lee Kohse, are you with us?
No.
All right. I think it's like the 4th pack, so we'll put that on the bottom and we'll see if I'm right. All right, Jimmy. Let's see what you got, bud.
Watch Jimmy get the case hit.
I know, right? If Jimmy was here, he'd be ripping these packs. I have a feeling. Going crazy.
Is Jimmy's absence fire related by chance?
No. Melissa is on bereavement. Her uncle died. So
sorry to hear that.
she is home and working on getting to Puerto Rico to see her family. So
Unless it was one of those things where it's all like, nah, he was a dickhead. So
I don't
sorry
know.
to hear.
He sounded like a nice guy. She used to stay with him a lot when she would go to Puerto Rico. That was the household that she was typically hanging out in. So typically you don't stay around people you don't like unless, you know.
Yeah, but see, that sounds like she had a great relationship with him. Like when my father died, my biological father, it was like people looked at me weird because they're like, your father died. And I was like, yeah, what do you want me to do about it? I never met my father in my adult life. He abandoned me when I was 2, left my mom. He's the reason we were poor.
Wow.
And I had such a rough childhood.
You know, Lee, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, I was privy to it, but I feel really bad because I have to cheer right now.
Nah, cheer. Go ahead. What are we
what
cheering
an
about?
Awkward segue. Jimmy pulled a 4 out of 10.
Ooh, whoa. Go, Jimmy.
What an awkward segue. Sorry about your dad. Hey, look, we got a 4 out of 10.
Again, same response. What am I supposed to do about it?
Oh, crikey, Leon. That did not go as planned. Lee's over here pouring his heart out, telling us, I love you too, Jimmy. Telling us how rough it is, and my son pulls a 4 out of 10. So there you go. That's a really good hit. That's so far the hit of the case.
That is awesome. Yeah, I was homeless as a kid because my biological father abandoned my family, my sister, my mom, myself, and never paid a dime of child support.
And then when he passed away, you were asked to clean up the mess.
I was. It cost me about $5,000 to clean up his mess, and I inherited $300.
Woo! Don't spend it all in one place. This is actually a pretty good shot for a card like the actual the photo. I like that shot. That's a good shot. I dig that.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's I think the funniest thing about my father's passing was that I discovered I had a sister I didn't know about, not biological. She was a sister via relationships. But so my dad left insurance policies for all of these other kids that were basically the children of other parents, and not me or my sister. And my sister had just passed away also. So it was just this weird, awkward thing where I actually had to go up there to travel up to Portland and actually deal with all the paperwork and things like that, but also convince the insurance companies that it was okay for them to pay out all these insurance policies to children who are not related when he didn't leave a policy to his own kid.
That's insane.
Everybody was just dumbfounded by that. And that I was like, no, you know what? I don't care. They had a better relationship with them than I did, so I'm okay with them having the life insurance. But yeah, also some of the insurance companies, I will admit, took the opportunity to essentially say that we're just going to refund the money that he put into the policy rather than pay out the policy.
The premium, yeah. It's called null and void. It's where you pay back the money and don't pay out, yeah.
Yeah, so they did that rather than pay out on several of the kids. But yeah, it was a weird, really awkward circumstance.
Mrs. the Breaker, and we're not going to play one-upmanship, but Mrs. the Breaker does have, when we're at the Super Bowl party, because I don't think she'll want to share it here, Mrs. the Breaker, after a couple of shots of tequila, we'll have her tell you her extremely interesting childhood story. And it is up there with yours as well, believe me. It's got a little more twists and turns, though, because the people that did things to her were in her family.
Wait.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It is a tequila story.
Okay. I will have Maria extracted from her, as she is the tequilaologist. Or as we say down here, Mexican.
I can laugh because it's true. What's going on, Manu? Menuminix.
Manu! Hey, what's up?
All right, I did guess it. It is the fourth pack that has the hit. So this is either going to be a autograph or a sketch card.
It's going to be glorious or meh.
There's a nice Cad Bane.
By the way, originally I was supposed to do these all pen and ink. I just decided at the last minute I wanted to paint them all. So.
Hey, look, it's another Twi'lek server. It's the third time we've pulled that. Nice. Mark says, I've got a doozy if anyone wants to know. Oh, we're in. Go ahead. Please feel free to share. This is a safe place.
This is.
Mandala, I can tell you for sure we're doing WonderCon. We are signed up for WonderCon, Comic-Con. I find out in 8 days whether I'm having life-altering back surgery. So I've committed to WonderCon, but anything after that is up in the air. Mark says our stream is freezing. Anybody else stream freeze?
I'm thawed.
Mel says kinda.
Well, you're also, between him and the servers is a giant fire. So
valid.
So there may be some stream hiccups from the DCD side.
Very valid. All right, so these are the hits from the Jimmy Box. Andrea Bartlow, and an out of 10.
What is the out of 10? I can't see that very well.
It's the order of the Nightwind revealed. It's where they all.
Okay, so it's like the little ninja dudes.
Yep, when they jumped them.
The Star Wars ninja guys.
Derek's like, I blame TikTok. Well, that's okay. After Sunday, TikTok isn't a thing, so you don't have to worry about it.
And honestly, I got to admit, though, the Order of the Nightwind really does sound like people who just eat burritos before bedtime.
Eat burritos before bed. Me. That's me. It's all me.
I am a proud member of the Order of the Nightwind.
I am a proud... Mrs. the Breaker will not sleep in the same room as me on Taco Tuesday. She's like, you are sleeping on the lanai.
Somewhere with an open window.
All right. T-Bone says it's good on YouTube and Twitch for me. So, stream check. If you can hear me, go ahead and emote. Yeah, Mrs. the Breaker's like, yeah, for an entire week. All right, Jimmy. Mark says, I am a proud host of the Nightwind. So, Jimmy, we saw a lot of cool things inside that box. What kind of picture would you like Uncle Lee to draw for you?
What can I do for you, Jimmy? You want some Grogu action? You want a Mandalorian? You want a Rancor? I saw somebody say Rancor. Rancor sounds fun.
You know, we actually have a Rancor of yours.
Oh. This one of the sketch cards?
Yeah, we pulled that with the Rancor handler autograph pair.
Ah, yes.
He says, IDK. Well, Jimmy.
I'm not familiar with that droid.
Yeah. There's Matt Berry's droid 8D8, although he is not the most good-looking droid there is. There's, Mando, there's Boba, there's...
I could do 33 from the Skeleton Crew.
33... Oh, that's the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I like him. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, we are three... Who's voicing it? Is somebody famous voicing him?
Yes. I don't remember who, though.
Okay. We are 3 episodes in. I finally convinced the family to sit down and watch it, and so far everyone's pretty happy that we did. You could just do that for me. I'll take a picture of a fire truck. Black Kyrgyzstan. The cast, Nick Frost is the voice of SM33.
Yeah. I was looking that up.
I'm just excited that Jaleel White's getting work again.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I yelled something on the last episode and my whole family started laughing, and it's a spoiler, so I'm going to shut up.
Okay. Yeah, I listen, the poor guy, I've seen interviews with him, and for decades after Urkel, he was typecast and couldn't get any work. And he was great. He's a good actor. And he tried to do all different roles, taking bit parts, and nobody would cast him because he was typecast. And he's like, I struggle because I can't get work because I'm this character from my past. So anytime like I see people from back in the day that can actually get work, and as a former actor myself, I can tell you I sympathize with that. I was lucky I had a steady theater gig, and theater doesn't pay very much money, but it at least was a good enough gig. But when I see somebody who was clearly typecast in something new, I am 100% behind that, whether they do a good job or not. I am happy to see them getting more work. Mark says, popping off for bed. Gotta get up at 5. Gladly share my childhood story next time I catch you guys. That's a date, Mark. That is a date.
Sleep tight. Don't touch oven yourself.
Shay Ross. Hello, non-streamers. Hello. How art thou?
Hello, Shay.
Oh, FML Burb. Well, that was in and out, much like most of my life. Mrs. the Breaker's like, what do you have? Well, I have a guy named Lee Kohse. Jimmy. Uncle Lee can draw anything. Do you like Grogu? Do you like one of the spaceships from the show? Do you like the black Kyrgyzstanin? The black Wookiee? There is Boba. There is old Boba. There is, I mean, Jimmy, you can fire truck, fire truck. Jimmy's like, I don't know. Well, what do we think? I know KP wants Black K. Let's get some ideas. Let's give. So for those who don't know Jimmy is my 9-year-old son. He is usually on stream with me. Let's give some ideas for Jimmy, and he can select them. So everybody, put into the chat what you would like to see Lee Kohse draw, and Jimmy will pick the one that he likes. Let's get a little crowd participation in there.
I'm waiting for somebody to put Vespa.
Kyle's like, listen, I'm happy with R2D2. Chef says Bib Fortuna. T-Bone says a Rancor.
They already have a rank.
Jimmy says I can draw Cad Bane. Jimmy's been practicing his drawing because of Uncle Lee. Jabba the Hutt's back fat. No, he sees that every time I take my shirt off. An AT-AT? Hey, didn't they have a repurposed AT-AT? Or was that an ATST?
ATSD.
It was an ATST that they had. That was basically...
You're talking about Mando, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw a band member?
Oh! You want me to do one of the Jizz Whalers?
What?
Those guys are actually called the Jizz Whalers.
Jizz Whalers. Spell that for me.
Let me go make sure I get the spelling correct. JIZZ-WAILER.
Well, I'll be.
So hung out with Max Reba and his band. They played the flute.
Mark's like, yeah, George Lucas literally called Star Wars Jazz Jizz. it's true. That is a real sentence. That is a real sentence. Cad Bane or Frogman? Frogman.
Frog. I remember Frog Woman.
I remember Frog Woman. What was Frogman?
Well, Frog Man might have been her husband. Oops, I lost my reference because I was looking up Jizz Whaler.
Frog Grogu? Oh, Grogu and the Frog?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Is that what you're saying, Jimmy?
Yeah, Frog Chomper. Num num num. So it's Grogu and Num Nums.
Num Num, Grogu Num Num.
Otherwise known as any endangered species.
I mean, he was eating that woman's poor eggs.
Yep.
Imagine the flute. Okay.
I'm actually shocked you didn't know those were called Jizz Whalers.
No, I didn't. I also run a family-friendly show, so it's not like something I Google regularly. Hey, let me look up this. Let me look up Jizz Whaler. All right, so Jimmy is all about a Grogu. So there you go.
We will get on with a Grogu here in a minute then.
All right, well, there you go. And Grogu is prominently in Book of Boba Fett.
He is. He likes to pet rancors.
He does.
Again, he tried to fit it in his mouth, I'm sure.
Whoa. All right, we will...
I have zero suspicion that Grogu did not, that Grogu looked at the Rancor and was wondering, it'll probably take 2 or 3 bites.
It's valid. Now, I can see I believe I can see everybody in both chats. Let me pull up your stream to make sure that is a true statement I'm making. Because I don't have Craig here. So let me see if Craig is on yours. And I know this is going to yell at me when I hit the button. And I know this is going to... There it is. Yeah, Craig is not here yet. That's fine. I'm in no hurry.
Well, it means somebody else has a chance.
I'm pretty sure Mrs. the Breaker doesn't care if I come home. Jimmy now says type 1 for Cad Bane, type 2 for Grogu.
Ah.
Well, hey, man, that's one way to do it.
We just hijack somebody else's Cad Bane.
We got 2 for Grogu, only 1 for Mr. Bane.
I mean, I just did a Bane too, so you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And my money's on
the twos are. It's now 4-1. It's going to be a Grogu. It is a Grogu for Jimmy. Chef says 3. It's a mashup of Cad Bane and Grogu. He did do a poll. Yeah. Jimmy knows how to get engagement in his chats. He is he's a streamer in waiting. That's all right, Shay.
Hi, Shay. Welcome back. How are you? Okay, so a Grogu. I think we're gonna do a Grogu would be a little more that format. I may take a quick bathroom break.
That's okay. I can hold the fort down. I'm capable. Wasn't Boba bald? It's true.
Yes, Boba was not a member of Hair Club for Men.
Could be better, could be worse. Hey, we've all been there. I understand how that is on a regular basis.
Hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom. Be right back.
Sure. It's Grogu eating Cad Bane.
See, I told you that was going to come.
There it is. Oh, hey, Craig. What's up, man? Craig's here. Hey, everybody, say hi to Craig. What
hi,
up,
Craig.
Dude? Craig is going to be next up whenever he is ready. Hopefully he's not driving and is safe. What, Mrs. the Breaker, where did you get a Wookiee from? Who do you subscribe to that gets you a Wookiee? Man, I'm wondering who you follow now. Who are you subbing to? It's probably a generic one. Occult Brave. I forgot my Claritin D today. I have to go get Claritin D. All the fires in the area, not so easy to breathe through my nose. It is a global emote? Okay. Got it. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about Twitch. I'm an old man who is a Twitch streamer for a living, and it is one of the weirdest things to try to explain to other people my age what I do. I usually just lie and be like, yeah, I sell heroin. It's more believable than I am an internet personality.
I can confirm that it is a lot easier to explain that you're a heroin dealer than a live streamer.
Yeah. I tell you, what do you do? I'm a Twitch streamer. They look at me like, no, really, what do you do? It's like, yeah, I know. I got a face for radio, but for some reason, people like to look at it.
I just fantasize when you go full handlebar, hanging my socks on your mustache. I just look at that and go, I could do laundry.
Paul's got his dancing worm out again.
Paul's here. Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kevin. My God, why'd I say Paul? Kevin has his dancing worm out. And he's, boy, I know it's supposed to be a butt, but man, that doesn't look like a butt. So Craig is up. We also need Bloodcracker to jump in and join us. Those are the last two we have on deck. We still have way more for purchase. Well, not way more. Actually, only about 8 more now. 9 more. And then we are done working. I'd like a bald boba in uniform or with helmet. Well, excellent. Now that we know what he wants, let's see what's inside his box. All right, Craig, you're working, but this is your box.
So it's Tamora Morrison.
Kate's like, I just say I show my talent in front of the cam, and people tend to drop it at that. Yeah, actually, that is pretty valid.
I need to use that.
I should say that. I was like, I do stuff in front of a camera.
And I get paid for it.
Yeah, people pay
me to perform on camera from my home.
That's right. I'm in studio, so I'm classy. People pay me monthly to see what I do in front of a camera. There's Paul Boyceland.
I want a fan display behind me, so I can say it's only fans back there.
All right. I'm in online entertainment. 'Cause I'm hilarious. Paul Moisland, you'll never guess what Jimmy asked Lee Kohse to draw for him. He's kind of taken up your thing.
Yeah, but I am doing it the lazy way.
Doing it lazy. He does custom stuff, but doesn't like showing his face. Hey now.
I maintain my anonymity.
Anonymity? You're seeing anemone? He is doing a Grogu. I love sea anemones. Lee's a hand model.
Yeah. For lotion on how to fix your hands. I'm the before picture.
He's the before picture. Hey, look. Bad news at Garza's Sanctuary. Poor Max.
Max Rebo!
Hey, look. It's a jizz
We were just
whaler.
talking about his flute players.
We were just chatting about his jizz whaler.
Saporos is correct. I do flash my hands and tools on camera.
Paul's like, I do the disgusting jobs that Lee doesn't want to do. He does all the, Rule 43 stuff?
Well, 34, but yes,
34,
32. But
right.
yes, that is correct. I have him do anything that comes in, and they're just all like, okay, although I did take one that you'll be proud of.
Yeah?
I can actually show this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Barely. But I was sketching it out. But these are just quick thumbnails, but it's MODOK butt naked in like a pinup pose. From behind, being coy, and we're going to put an AIM tramp stamp on him. That is right up Paul's alley. Some guy commissioned me to do that, and I was all like, yes, I'm going to do that.
You know what? Yes, I can. Heartworms are bad, but if you catch them early, Scoobs, it's all right. All right, this is going to be the hit pack. So in addition to the Bald Boba.
And the Jizzwhaler.
And the Jizzwhaler. We've also got Barry Lowen as Garfalakwox. Hey there, Garfalakwox.
I'm sorry. For some reason, it's now I've gotten the name messed up in my head, but I keep thinking of the Coneheads.
The Coneheads?
Garfalax!
Zaphod. I wonder if he's related to Zaphod Beeblebrox. Anyone?
I like Zaphod Beeblebrox.
Bueller.
President of the galaxy. Thank
That's
you very
right.
much.
The riding around in the heart of gold.
The most oddly named spaceship ever.
Yeah. KP's like, huh? Not enough heads. Chef got it. Chef's there. He's got it. Zaphod Beeblebrox is from a very one of my favorite writers, and it is part of a 5-book trilogy.
I always love that.
Yep. 42.
By the way, this brush, since I see Kevin says I like to show off my tools, I am now. This is a pen brush I modified.
Ooh. So you're a mod now.
I am. I modified the chamber to basically hold my ink, the black acrylic ink. So I'm actually using a very fine detail brush pen and the Holbein ink, which means, and it's working great, which means this type of pen I can eventually make versions with these.
Ooh.
So I can actually take all of these different colors and stuff, in particular the Holbein ones. I was going to Kohse pen, but I've got all the Holbein pens that I made.
Scuba got it. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yep. But I can actually use this ink in one of these. And that is really cool because that means that opens up so many doors for doing really cool effects and stuff and detail work.
Mandala says, Earth was built to figure out what the question is to life, the universe, and everything.
And then somebody went and blowed it up.
Unfortunately, it was bulldozed before its time by Fox News.
Fox News.
Dangle says, all right, I'm back. I had to dip out for a minute. Dinner. Kind of late, but not my
Dangle,
fault.
thank you very much for the gifted subs earlier.
Chef, you have plausible deniability. It won't hold water in court, bud. Oh, you just got dangled. I did. It happened. All right, let me get caught up.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Actually going to move that back to where it was. I moved that earlier. Now, what's going on, Ice Wolf? Man, you should be sleeping.
Ice Wolf, welcome back.
Oh, you're suing him. Okay, there you go. Good.
Is
get
he
that
still
money.
in Japan or is he back from Japan?
Oh, no, that Hellbolt is in Japan.
Hellbolt's in Japan.
Hellbolt
Okay.
is in Japan. Dangle, there is no There Will Be Blood, but I want you to know that there are 2 cases. Actually, there are 4 cases of items for There Will Be Blood coming hopefully by Friday. So trust me, you're going to want to hang tight to that.
Until then, though, you can commission a Boba Fett piece.
That's true. You can commission a Boba Fett. Let me see if I can get this to work now. Let's do this real quick.
Oh,
There it is. Now it's in the right spot.
You just got dangled.
It's up to you, Dangle. If you want original art, you have to buy tonight. If you don't want original art, you would buy on Friday.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Scuba. I needed that. Skyrim Dragon says, "Can I commission a fire truck, please?"
I'm trying to think of like how could I do a land speeder with like a ladder and
All right, here we go. You ready for this? It's going to be a mod speeder with a ladder and 85. No, I'll keep it simple.
rear view mirrors.
62 rear view mirrors.
Too many mirrors.
So, Dangle, you buy a box, and then you tell him you want one of the Twi'lek servers, and watch him paint a Twi'lek.
Right here, before your very eyes. Dun, dun, dun.
Or you tell him you want a... Kerstantin would be a good card. To see Lee have to do a heavily black item forces him to do the lighting and perspective well. Not that he doesn't do that already.
Racist. It forces him to not be racist. Wait, what? You killed Black Tom Cassidy, you racist.
Who puts out the fires in Star Wars then?
I want to know this too.
Droids. It's always droids.
That is probably accurate.
All right, let me just put. Craig wants a bald boba. It's funny to write.
Did we open his up already?
Yeah, that was the one we just opened.
Okay.
He's working, so he couldn't engage. But he said, "I want a bald boba."
Bald boba, it is.
Twilight Sparkles. Kevin P. West wants you to do a little Twilight. Well, it's okay if you Googled it. You still got it right, Scoops.
I can't remember if that was supposed to be like Team what or Team... What is it? Team Edward or Team... Damn it. I'm trying to remember. I
Chef,
never watched
that sounds
Twilight.
awesome.
Are we cooking something, Chef? What's up?
Oh, he's talking about he may have busted somebody allegedly stealing $50K in grant money. And he dropped the bomb on Monday. Remember, allegedly. Allegedly is your libel friend.
Absolutely. I watch a YouTuber named Simon Whistler. He likes to say that. Like, what a piece of crap. Allegedly.
Skyrim says, "I'm team leave Edward alone." Edward is also the name of the... Oh, my... Skyrim, I can't repeat that on my show.
Team Leaf Garrett? I don't know.
Team Leaf Garrett.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I've never seen a single one of the Twilight movies.
Ah, gotcha. For me, any potential appeal of those was lost at Comic-Con when a woman ran out into traffic so she wouldn't lose her place in line and was killed.
Huh. Well,
and that was on the first day of Comic-Con, so it just kind of put a dark mood over the whole event.
I mean, there's a public safety lesson in there somewhere.
Oh, there's many public safety lessons in there. One of which is why, if anybody's been to the Comic-Con since then, is why Harbor Drive is now closed during Comic-Con. You have to drive around.
Sapporo says, I'm Team Edward. Van Halen.
That's a good team to be on.
Right. Skyrim says,
Although I am really bummed that Eddie and just anybody else couldn't get their egos in check to do more.
Yeah. Skyrim says, I've seen the Twilight movies like 4 times now, and they're literally so awful that I'm making my friends watch them. That's a true friend. That's a good friend.
That's like that person. It's all like, okay, I've tried this thing and it's wretched. Come here, I want to share it with you.
Yeah, I got a
And then
perfect...
you're wondering, it's like, do you hate me so much that you want me to suffer, or do you like me so much that you want me to share in this experience with you? And you're
yeah.
then stuck sitting there trying to figure out which one is this person.
It's the classic, hey, come over here, smell this.
Yeah.
Hey, come here and smell this.
Like, oh my God, that's wretched. Where did you find this? I just pulled it out of my butt.
Smell this. Smell this. Oh my God. I know, right? I have to smell that again. I need to make sure it's as bad as I think it is. This is going to be funny. Dangle says, I'm going to switch streams for this comment, not realizing that Dangle's comment in Lee's chat is going to show up in our chat.
Uh-oh.
It's the worst smell to be smelled, but you got to smell this, right, Saploros?
We, in fact, have shared chat, Derek. Granted, my auto mod won't stop it as hard as his will, but phrasing.
We were just talking about Tommy Wiseau earlier, Kate. I have run into him a few times and chatted with him. I have an autographed copy of the script for the room that I got from him. And Lee has been business propositioned by him, too. Lee, I just redeemed 50,000 channel points. Show me the goods.
That's
what Skyrim says. Oh, he's a very nice guy, Kate. Tommy Wiseau is a wonderful person to be around. Yeah.
I don't know what show me the goods means. I don't think that's an option I have. I don't know what that is.
Well, what do you have? That's 50K. Is that
a silly mini print? Okay, yes,
there
the silly mini prints. Aha. Yes, I used to have a little thing set up that I could just click a button. Unfortunately, that is when I started doing the Whatnot streams, OBS bugged out on me and that died. So I have to manually do it now. So give me a moment. By the way, I think of all the ones I've done, I'm kind of like just kind of loosely painting and having a blast with this one. I think I'm really liking this one the best.
Oh, well, Jimmy's going to be excited about that. Mandala's like, haha, DC, what a story. Speaking of nice human beings in person, how about that Mandala guy?
He is very nice, actually.
What a pleasure to be around.
He is one of my favorite art buddies that we have locally. So
very nice person, very generous with his time.
We do in fact go doodle together every Sunday.
Dangle says, "All right, you got me. Open up a box." We love scuba. We love scuba.
Cool. Let me put this one aside. I will hit that with some color pencil
I once
later.
made people get out of the car in a drive-thru by passing gas, DC. Skyrim is like, I absolutely hate Mandala as a person. it's This can't be true. Mandala's like, that is so personist. Unfortunately, it's not a kickable offense. Oh, goodness. Dangle, do you want the left one or the right one?
Well, that's TMI.
Hey, now.
Oh, boxes. Sorry. I thought we were doing something else.
So I don't get to see who's in the lead chat. I can see your chat, but if you're not talking, I can't see you. Somebody let me know if Bloodcracker shows up. That's the only one we're waiting on besides Dangle. And Dangle is up toot sweet. Left must be right, right? Yeah, left. Here we go. This, as part of the Cozy collab, is Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season 1. We're still waiting on our first Matt Berry auto so that I can trade you for my one-of-one Star Wars card. Dangle, will you be the lucky one to pull the Matt Berry auto? They have not showed all. Okay, thank you, Siploros. One, two, three, four. That should be the auto and or sketch card. Seems to be the fourth pack in there, if y'all are wondering. That is a view of a piece of corn in my colon.
It's trying to get out.
We have not seen a single sketch. What's the over-under on Twi'lek server auto? I'd say it's probably negative 300. There's Ahsoka Tano. Her autographs are in there too. Kerr Stanton.
Which Ahsoka?
Live action.
Oh, actually,
Ahsoka.
it's Book of Fett. Yeah, it's Book of Fett. It'll be Rosario.
Jimmy says, I'm going to draw now, so what should I draw? How about
Draw
a fire truck?
Grogu.
How about
There you go.
How about a fire truck? Everybody's asking for a fire truck.
That is true. Fire trucks are very in demand at the moment. No pun intended.
It's sad but true. Dangle's like, whoa, your colon looks way different than mine, and I would know. I look every week. Dangle,
His colon?
Dangle for his Christmas gift, he got a at-home colonoscopy kit, and he is like, that's his jam. He was sending me pictures. I had to block his number.
That's kind of funny. Like I got a DIY hemorrhoid removal kit.
Ooh.
And I gotta tell you, between the shop vac, the reamer, and the belt sander, I can't tell which part I like best.
There you go. Just draw a jizz whaler. There you go. Not gonna ask my 9-year-old to Google that, so we're gonna pump the brakes there. Ooh, out of 50, there's a Boba Fett. This is, by the way, this is probably exactly what Craig wants you to draw.
Oh, well, that's what I'm drawing. I mean, I'm
there you go.
working on it right now, actually.
Brilliant minds.
I mean, it's not that exact picture.
Good night,
but,
Kate.
yeah.
Get some sleep, kid. He's like, I don't know how to draw Grogu, so what else? Jimmy, draw whatever you like, buddy. Part of art is
fire
expressing
truck.
yourself. And a fire truck would be fun.
It's several boxes with wheels with cylinders underneath them.
It's true.
That's all wheels are. Cylinders. They're easy to draw. Happy recovery, Katie.
So in here, in addition to numbered cards, there are also one-of-one steel cards, which would be fun to see.
Well, it's not if it's already stolen.
It's true. It's valid. I don't know what the ratio for the sketch is. You'd have to Google that. I just know one or the other is guaranteed. I don't think I've seen a single sketch card in the cases of these I've seen opened. I usually see 2 to 3 of the Twi'leks, though.
The Twi'leks are kind of cool, though.
Pike Traveler, played by Alfred Singh. Hold on a minute. Alfred Singh's name rings a bell.
It's Bora Singh's stepdad. Adopted father.
I know who this is because we've looked him up before, and he's awesome. American martial artist. He won the first American gold medal in Wushu history at the 2009 World Wushu Championships in Toronto. We looked him up before. This was the badass. This dude is an awesome martial artist and actor.
I can't drop an F-bomb, but he can say badass. I protest.
Wow. I mean...
I can't even quote the Ice-T translation of the Bible on your stream.
It's true, you can. So this is actually, I think I've integrated Lee into the web. Hold on. I did, there he is. So this is him. We looked him up before, and he was the multiple medalist in martial arts. He's going to be... oh, yeah, he's in the area. There you go. There he is. Oh, nope, I need this one. There we go. And the rest of the packs. Boom. Boom. And boom. All right, Dangle. Dangle, dangle, dangle. What do you want to see?
Yeah, the only thing about doing these things where people tell me what they want is you really can't call your shot. Because
That's
you
true.
technically would do it every time. What do you want? A Boba Fett. Well, guess what? You got a Boba Fett. Have a shot glass.
That's why the shot glasses are not available right now. Valid.
I don't even have one of those shot glasses. I need one.
No? You know what? I think it'll be okay if I bring one to Doug's house.
Sweet.
I will smuggle you one. I'm not going to tell you how I'm smuggling it, but for frame
Just
of
do
reference,
me a favor. When you give it to me, tell me in Christopher Walken's voice.
that's what I was going to allude to. 9 years I was with your father. He gave me this shot glass. I kept this for you in my pot. And now I bring you your shot glass. He's going to be smuggler, just like Han Solo. Paul's like, I've heard of salt on a rim glass, but that's a hard pass. Dangle says, I want Lee Cozy to draw whatever Lee Cozy wants to draw for him.
The rim job smuggler. Sorry. Just thinking of what your the name on the wanted poster would be for you. And who said what I do?
It wouldn't be DC the Breaker, it'd be DC the Gaper. Anyway, Dangle says he wants to have anything that you want to draw for him. That was a fine line right there.
We need to do a stream one of these days where it's you, me, Paul, and the parental controls are off.
My personal stream has been rebranded, and that is going to be a
DC the Shamer?
a blue channel. That will have nothing to do with DCD Collects or collecting at all or opening anything. It'll just be more or less a commentary. I may bring back Fugs.
Ooh, Fugs.
Dangle's like, oh, I'm going to drink to that. Fugs, yeah, the Fairly Unknown Game Show. Lee, I don't know if you were around when I had my own game show.
Well, the Fugs I remember, yes.
Okay. I can't remember if you were there for that or not.
Yeah.
Where the points
like
don't matter.
I
What up,
gave
Motley?
you tips.
Motley's like, yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, so Super Bowl squares, that is a wonderful question. Super Bowl squares we are doing them this year. As a matter of fact, everybody who's made a purchase in January is already has their money towards the Super Bowl squares. What we're going to do is at
That
the
includes
end,
these.
probably about a week before the Super Bowl, we're going to get a running total of all the money spent. We're going to evenly divide it by about 90 to assigned squares, maybe about 95. And then we give away every year a couple of squares, so we're going to save some squares for the giveaways. But everybody will be getting squares that are related to the amount of money that they spent. In years past, we've done a flat, like every $50, every $75, every $100. But we've been ending up with too many boards, and we're trying to make it easier by having just one Super Bowl square board. So we are going to make it so that everybody
And more giveaways on that one board.
has a square. Yeah.
Yeah. So all the giveaways would be on that one board versus spread out among three, right?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. I like this idea. I endorse it.
Yeah, and I can tell you, there's at least a couple signed mini helmets that are going to be part of it. And if you know anything about TriStar signed mini helmets, they retail for about $1.20 a piece. So there's some nice pieces that are going to be in here.
Oh, we forgot to show. So this is what I was offering up earlier for the giveaway.
Oh, an actual Galactic Files card.
Yeah. So it's not an AP. It's just one of the Galactic Files cards. I was offering that up for the giveaway for anybody who buys one of these tonight, because I won't be doing them, after this.
All right, so then we can have an overall giveaway and then a today giveaway is what you're saying?
Well, the overall giveaway.
Got it. Okay.
For this.
Yeah.
For this collab.
Yep, we can do that.
Yep.
We can make that the official drawing for the Star Wars Chrome Black card or Chrome Black box.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
it's Chrome Black and that, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, listen, folks.
And for those who are curious, some of those
Actual
sell
licensed
for
one?
$200.
Yeah, they are. I was gonna say that's a few hundy. Dangle says, I'll buy another collab if you give me another spot. Another spot in the Super Bowl squares? Dangle, I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of the Super Bowl squares.
I don't think that's an issue.
Oh. That's a Dangle box. Can't have too many. All right, give me a second. I'm going to clear off my desk. So, Lee, you're in charge.
He didn't give me the keys. We're not going anywhere, kids. kind of fun drawing Tamora. I haven't drawn Tamora in forever. I always like doing these. Portraits are kind of like where my personal love is.
All right, I'm back. You're no longer in charge.
Nah, rats.
Fugs Bunny. I see that, Sapphoros. So, Lee Kohse is adding in another spot for the giveaway as well, right? So Lee is the giveaway dangle. Is a box of Chrome Black, the last box in that case, which, I mean, that case didn't have what we would call a case hit. We've all agreed on that. So there's a very good chance if there's a case hit in that case and it's not a dud case, that should be the case hit. And he's going to give you the Galactic Files card as the companion piece, which is a couple handy. Blind Cat says, back to Bitter Blind. I really was hoping we would get a reveal that the Boba Fett we've grown to know and love killed the clone way back when and has been Boba ever since. Skyrim says...
I'm assuming Blind wasn't fond of the prequels.
Well, ask him. Blind, did you like the prequels? Skyrim says, I might be taking years off my life by drinking the 50-cent ramen water from the ramen I made. I mean, if you think about it, it's probably going to, the amount of salt and sodium will calcify you from the insides out, so chances are you'll be really well preserved when you finally pass.
That is true. Like, what was the whole thing when they had the archaeological students go through the landfill? And they found, like,
hot dogs.
80-year-old hot dogs that were still intact?
Yep. Hot dogs, the nitrates in the hot dogs keep you alive forever. Blind Cat says, not the clone idea. I didn't mind the prequels overall. Dangle says, yes, I'm trying to get all the free stuff. I want all of it, them, everything. I want all.
You should also see the stuff we give away on my Whatnot channel.
Yeah, if you all are on Whatnot, unlike me because I'm old and dumb, Lee is on Whatnot, and you need to see the stuff he's giving away. He's giving away stuff that he has told us in meetings, saying, geez, I really wish I didn't do that because it didn't go for as much as I wanted it to, and if this person flipped it and sold it, they'd be making a fortune off of me. I think that was the gist of what you said, right?
Pretty much. Like, Maria won't let me sell certain... We had, like, fully painted sketch covers that I sell at shows for, like, $500 easily. Sell for, like, $75, $80.
It's true.
And so Maria actually won't let me... So now we put them up for pre-bids, and if they don't hit the Maria quota, we don't have them go live. But you still can get some really good... I mean, the Maria's quota is still...
I want more.
Down significantly lower.
And I know I shouldn't.
And yeah, we have given away Jim Lee autographed comic books. We have given away original art. We have given away rare promo materials. I still have, once I get a big enough audience, I actually have a $200 Walking Dead metal promo card that we were thinking of actually putting in the giveaway pile. We have Golden Age comics and Silver Age comics that we've given away.
Goodness. Yeah, Sapporo's like, the giveaways are great. Scuba says, for some reason I keep winning giveaways. It must be rigged. It's funny. That's exactly what Lee said when you won.
Well, the funny thing is, though, is on Whatnot, the reason people are winning the giveaways is because they hang around. So, because we'll do the giveaways like buyer incentive. So everybody who buys something gets in the giveaway. And at the end of the night, when I do the giveaway, I think we've only got like 3 people of 20 are still there. So your odds are really good.
KP's like, yeah, she's just smacking him. I mean, that's
pretty much.
It's a normal Monday and Friday at their house.
Well, yeah, but the safe word doesn't work.
Oklahoma.
Oh no, it was Rutabaga.
Rutabaga. Arugula. It's a vegetable. Sorry. It's My Blue Heaven. Steve Martin.
Yep. No, I like that movie.
Okay.
I'm just shocked that there was a reference to it.
Right. Hey, thank you. I have some pop culture in my veins.
It's like the Mojo Nixon song, Elvis is in everyone. Elvis is in Joan Rivers, but he's trying to get out. Everyone's got a little Elvis in them, except Michael J. Fox. He is the anti-Elvis.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But yes,
Mandala says, this is shaping up to be a pretty good sketch card of Joe Rogan.
All bald guys look the same. What can I say?
KP says, Lee, Cindy loves her card, but you forgot to write you forgot to write first time drawing the character on it. He hasn't. Lee, what did you want?
I want to do a Slave 1.
Slave 1? All right, Slave 1.
Nobody's asked me to do a Slave 1 yet, so I want to do a Slave 1.
Done and done. Supporter's like, I thought it was Bass Rutten. You mean that's not Dana White? Lee, F what they say.
Up?
I love your drawing, buddy.
Oh, I can take it.
No doubt that that's Sir Patrick Stewart.
Absolutely.
KP says, what about the librarian owl?
I just did a librarian owl for you, KP.
What was her? Oh, that's the one that you didn't put first on. I can't remember her name, though.
Oh, okay.
It's like Kim.
I didn't realize I was supposed to. It's Kim or
Kim,
something like that.
With a Y?
Yeah, it's just spelled weird. Yeah, it's very strippery in its spelling.
Yeah, I know, Chef. We don't acknowledge that they renamed the ship. Craig, there are 8 left, and I believe Dangle's buying one of them.
Yeah, in defense of the people who scream about the renaming the ship, they didn't rename the ship. They just called the ship by its model.
Paul's like, hold up, your ship's called what? Ouch, dude. Mandala says, that could also be astronaut and U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, or perhaps even his twin brother, whose name is Mark's brother, by the way.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, he actually has an assassin body double. That's cool.
This true story. I'm actually going to drop knowledge. Ready for this, folks?
All right.
One of the reasons Mark got into the NASA program was because he was an identical twin, and they did the study. One of the reasons Mark was the longest reigning extraterrestrial human in the galaxy was because they wanted to study the effects of space at a prolonged period of time on 2 humans that are DNA identical. And sure enough, they are no longer DNA identical. Mark's DNA has mutated since being in space, and they are no longer a 100% match.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Fun science.
Or terrifying.
It's kind of, or terrifying. What I find interesting about it, though, is because it opens up the opportunity for things like, there's a YouTube channel I watch called, Sci-Fi with Isaac Arthur. Mm-hmm. And, but yeah, it's basically a physicist, and he does these like hypothetical things of what is physically possible, theoretically. And, so it's, things like it is theoretically possible to actually move an entire solar system. You just have to have a lot of gas. So he'll do like these really elaborate kind of things. But one of the things they talk about is possibly using gene therapy to modify humans enough so that they can travel the stars, and so things like the tests on Mark Kelly would be the basis of them trying to figure out what their baseline is of what they have to do genetically to alter humans.
Yeah. All right. Skyrim's like they got untwinned. Shay says, Khan! Craig's like, now he's an alien? I mean, technically, yeah. Sapporo says, a lot of gas. Someone call Taco Bell. Let's move this.
Let's move this solar system. Yeah.
It's gotta, KP's like, so Taco Tuesday?
That's actually what Taco Tuesday was. It's a government ploy
That's it. Yeah.
to expel enough gas that we propel the solar system.
That's true. All of that is true, yeah.
To change the course.
It's altering our flight path as we hurl through space. Charging up for a Baja Blast. Listen, oh my God, Bickman. Real talk. I'm looking directly at you. So I stopped drinking pop or soda or Coke, depending on what part of America you're from. And I stopped drinking pop like
Tuesday.
8 years ago, 9 years? No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
about 7, 8 years ago. And after stopping drinking pop, cold turkey, not drinking, I switched to water. Now you will see all I drink is water. I can't drink a sip of pop. It's like literally pouring a cup of sugar in my mouth. But the one thing I can drink is Baja Blast, because I loved that so much. That and Diet Dr. Pepper with Taco Bell. I can't eat Taco Bell without Baja Blast. It doesn't taste right. So that is
You need a Baja Blast chaser.
I have to have a Baja Blast chaser. So I will buy, when I buy it, which is not often, I will buy just a small, because all I need is a tiny little sip to go with the food. But that is the only pop, aka soda, that still passes through my list on probably a bi-monthly time frame.
I think I am inspired that tomorrow, when I'm going to drive my wife to work, so I have the car tomorrow, so I can run some errands. But I think usually when I do the errands and stuff, my kid's like, "Hey, can we swing by Jack in the Box or someplace like that?" I think I'm going to force him, instead of like Jack in the Box or our other favorite go-to, Roberto's. I'm going to make him eat Taco Bell.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Just for no other reason to hear him scream.
That's it. Cheesy Gordita Crunch is my jam. That's my weakness.
We have, but we're a primarily Mexican family.
Yeah. Skyrim says, I like Pepsi too much. Money Mitch says, Coke all the way. Chef says, my favorite Coke is Dr. Pepper. Bickman's like, well, it's the only drink to get with Taco Bell.
I don't think their dispenser actually uses anything but Baja Blast.
Skyrim says, someone's AC just kicked on, or a fan is blowing into somebody's mic.
Nope. Well, there was while you were talking briefly, there was a meow kind of weird noise.
Dangle's like, bruh, drink so much Dr. Pepper. I drank, for some reason, Diet Dr. Pepper I liked better than Dr. Pepper. The aspartame, the cancer-causing stuff, for some reason melded with all of the flavors of pepper that he wants to get somebody to like pack those, like, seriously.
Do I have anything other than the slave one?
No, the fifth is we're on box 5. We have a question mark for Blood Cracker. Craig was asking how many were left, and Dangle was flirting with another. That would be 8.
We're only doing it tonight, and we've only got 15. So
yeah. Dangle's like, you're the one with cancer, not me, bud. I know. I was reminded of that yesterday, by the way, when I went to the doctor.
by the doctor? Like, was it a good way? Like, hey, you're not really that active. We're keeping an eye on things, or was it more like, well, celebrate Christmas early?
Yeah. No. They were just asking. They were like, "Oh, you're on medications, blah blah blah. Any health issues?" And I'm like, "Besides the cancer?" And they're like, "No, anything else?" And I was like, "No. Besides the uncurable cancer I have, there's nothing else. My back hurts. That's it." All right, Chef. See you later, buddy. Take care. Be safe, man. Love you, man. Scuba says you have to do my Qui-Gon Jinn for me winning the giveaway.
Cool. I actually have Qui-Gon on my paper here, but that's for the giveaway. So that one's not time critical for this stream.
Let's have a 3-second of silence for TikTok, everyone. All right, let's do it. Yay! TikTok is gone. Woohoo!
I don't have to worry about it. I like how everybody fled from TikTok to go to another Chinese-run company.
Right, another 10-cent company.
Yeah.
Oh, Skyrim, take care. It was awesome having you. Thank you so much. He goes,
Take care, Skyrim.
Skyrim's like, I can't believe Lee ate my 50K points. You never showed...
We'll deal with that.
Yeah.
Skyrim, remind me next time you're on stream to show you the stuff. I don't have it ready to go. I wasn't expecting anybody to redeem it tonight.
Yeah, KP's like, the doctor was asking you about your health issues. Yeah, I was getting an X-ray, and they were going to do an MRI, and they were debating on doing one with or without contrast. So they were just talking about, like, if I was taking anything that could interfere with the contrast. So they were like, anything else wrong or going on? I'm like, besides the uncurable cancer, no. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay. So I ended up not doing the MRI. I just got the X-rays for now. We'll do MRIs later.
The MR, like, I think the worst procedure I've probably ever had was an MRI.
Yeah.
Because that was simultaneously when they discovered I had shrapnel in my leg.
Oh, my goodness. And it yanked right out of your body?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
It fucking hurt.
That was probably a bloody mess.
Thankfully, it was a small piece.
Okay.
That's why they hadn't detected it before.
It was close to the surface, at least, maybe?
Yeah, not too deep. It was working its way out anyways, so.
Yeah, I got you, Dangle.
But yeah, it was working its way out, so it wasn't. And thankfully, it was on the side with the magnet. Because my worst fear after that was, can you imagine somebody who has like something near the surface on their back and they're laying face up?
Well, the magnet spins really fast, so it's going to go out the side that is the least resistance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mine went straight up, so.
Probably a good thing.
Yep. And it was in the front of my leg. So one of these days, if you ever see me in shorts, I can show you the fun scar.
Ooh, I got a good scar for you, too. It's also on my inner thigh. I may or may not have been stabbed.
I was stabbed by a doctor. Does that count?
Yeah, you were stabbed in a good way. All right, hold on. I got to get more tins real quick.
Oh, yeah. Let's do more. I'm actually having fun with these guys. Do more. It's not often I get to just cut loose and crank out little things.
Oy, chihuahua. All right, Dangle did dip his toe in for another one.
Woohoo.
So, left or right, Dangle? Teeth marks? No. I had a long career as a bouncer and club manager, and in New York State, if you're one or the other, typically you have quite a few scars. Bite marks from the raccoon? No. I did get bit by a squirrel once in St. Augustine, and it wouldn't let go of my finger, so I was like waving it around on the tip of my finger. Yeah, listen, if you're feeding squirrels peanuts, do them out of the palm of your hand. Don't hand them like this, because the end of your finger looks like a peanut.
You figure they could taste the difference. I think, like, I used to feed raccoons hot dogs, and that was when I realized their hands are like little sandpaper pads. Those they got that black thing on the pad on their hands. It's like sandpaper.
Paul's like, trouble is, now I'm thinking about hot fuzz. Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand? I'd like to point out that I was making a joke about the whole cancer thing for those who might be offended about laughter. No. It's all good, man. Laughing is my coping. Some people may not have understood. People in Lee's stream are probably like, are they laughing at that poor guy dying? It's okay. I'm fine.
No. On my stream, they're probably trying to come up with a good one-liner.
Yeah, there you go.
Left you gotta remember, it's my stream.
All right, then dangle front or back?
Phrasing.
Back door, he said. All right, Dangle's got another Star Wars Book of Boba Fett. Let's get a nice Tamara Morrison auto.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Dangle's like, I'm a backdoor kids guy. Kinda. Not kids. Not kids. Dangle. Dangle, that's a problem.
That ranks up there with one of my friends.
Dangle, if you weren't on a list before, congratulations, buddy. You are now on a list.
Kind of like we were
gonna love that one.
I was in a hotel once with a bunch of my friends, and I said I was thirsty, so I went to, I got the glass, and I filled it with tap water. And then one of my other friends is like, dude, there's a bottle of Avian right there. You can have that. And I was like, dude, Avian water is like licking the underside of a toilet. Like, it is just nasty. And so one of my friends types, he's laughing so hard, he types on his tweet or Facebook or whatever. He's like, Avian, like licking the underside of a toilet. He hits send. And suddenly he's getting people like, oh my God, I never thought you were racist. And he's like, what do you mean? He looks at it and it auto-corrected to Asians, like licking the underside of a toilet.
Well, remember, Evian is naive backwards. Mandala, you got it. All right, take care, Bickman. It's good to have you. Thank you for hanging. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
Cheers.
Look at
I
that
do like it with the
concept
joint
art.
chat.
This,
I like with the chat we get the icons next to the names so we know who's who.
listen. If this isn't already a Paul Maitland dream vision, I don't know what is.
I'm family friendly channel, keeping my mouth shut.
Dango's like, well, that's super dope. I have a feeling I know what you're going to be drawing.
You have to remind me what the name of that thing is.
Remember, it is Sand something ape.
Tatooine Sandape.
Tatooine Sandape.
Ew, racist.
He's a sand sapien. A chest full of spice. All right. Auto or sketch card?
Paul Maintenance says, "Am I being impugned?" No, no. I don't think we could possibly impugn somebody whose safe word is harder, please.
Hey, look, it's another Barry Lowen. Garfalakwax.
Are full of garflax. Sorry.
Coneheads. Chief Big Way Possible.
Scuba, good call.
Pulls out my whoa, hey now, wetly across the face. All right, now you have a decision to make there, Dangle-lang, Dangle-lang. Sounds like you're coughing up a hairball. I kind of have to be to get that to come out right. They really paid for those autos? Yeah. No, what they did was they paid for the main character's autos, and the other ones they got for free.
They also got a new toaster for the kitchen.
That's right.
The cafeteria's got a new toaster. Yeah. There you go, break room. It's been so long since I've worked in an office, I forgot what it was called. That is both amazing and horrifying, by the way.
That you've been that long out of corporate America?
That I couldn't remember the word break room. Yes.
Well, it's because you don't get any breaks. You're self-employed.
That is true. People are like, yeah, you get to make your own hours. It's like, yeah, I get to decide when I go homeless or not.
You get to make your own hours. Well, I only get 24 per day, so I'm still a little shortchanged.
Yep. Although I will admit, since the Inkpot Award, yeah, it's kind of cool because now people don't bitch it. When I'm sitting there like, it'll cost this much. I used to have people try to haggle me. Now it's like, the moment they find out I have an Inkpot Award, they're like, and here you go. Here's your money.
Do you bring them over to the Inkpot to negotiate? Come over here to
No.
my negotiation zone.
Not at all. It is really funny because it started out that way. Like the whole, it's like, oh my God, I got an Inkpot. And I was shocked. And other people were like, you got an Inkpot? And it's like, yeah, I showed them the Inkpot. And it's like, oh wow, I'm going to buy up your artwork. So they would buy up my artwork. And it started just leaving a trail of people bidding and, clamoring to get my artwork and stuff. And it has kind of escalated to a point where there's now essentially a much higher set value for the art that I've been doing.
As it should be.
And so it's really cool because it just basically means I've had to haggle. I've been haggled a lot less.
Good.
But yeah, it's just, to me, it's just kind of funny. Because I haven't really raised my prices per se.
Yeah, I as somebody who's been to, probably 6 of your last 12 cons, I can attest to that.
Oh, I should.
KP's like an ink trail, you'd say.
Yeah, an ink trail. But yeah, it was just really funny that nowadays I'm like people aren't even haggling me. But it just I blame the Inkpot for that pretty much.
It's really funny. I've worked a lot of cons. I was a guest at a couple just as a buyer, and I had never wanted to go to a panel before. Usually because the waits were too long, or Jimmy wouldn't want to sit in a panel. And when you and Steve and everybody were doing the panel, I was like, I am going to make this my first panel. So Lee's panel was the first ever panel I attended live, and he goes and gets himself an Inkpot award during that panel. Now I can
and
never,
as Sapporo's.
I can never go to a panel because I doubt anybody's going to win an ink pot at the one I go to.
Well, how was the panel? Well, nobody won an ink pot, so not as good as the last one.
I know, right? Not as good as the last one. Last one, somebody got an ink pot.
Yeah, but no, actually, or is what Sapporo's likes to remind people that God, what was it? I had the most epic and awkward acceptance speech ever.
You did. Yeah, it was 2 words, and one of them was an explicative.
Yeah. Well, it was 3 words. Well, 4 words, I guess, because it was, oh, smacky dab, the explosive, and why me?
Well, and the best part is right before she pulls out the ink pot, you on a hot mic catches you going, wow, she got the right person here? Like, who's she talking about?
Oh, yeah, they got that too?
Yeah, yes.
I literally turned to Steve and I'm like, are they sure they're reading the right resume?
Yeah.
Something like that. I forgot. Are they talking about the right person?
Yeah, and then 2 seconds later, she pulls it out and he's like, oh.
Smackadoodle.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I wish I was filming this right now. Yeah, it was.
It's really funny though, is because if you look at the Comic-Con website for that day, or for that year anyways, for the Inkpot Award winners, everybody has these awesome pictures of them back at their table or something like that, triumphantly holding their statue, and it looks very posed and poised. Mine is literally a picture of me with my hands in the air going, yeah!
And
it is so goofy. And I'm just like, oh, I'm never going to live this down.
Not only this, you have the distinction of being in the same Inkpot class as Keanu Reeves.
Sort of. According to the website, I am, but I'm still not on the Wikipedia page. And I find that so amusing. No, to me, it's like I laugh about it because that's how little, it's like I got the award, awesome, but I kind of think that, Keanu Reeves got his Inkpot Award. Within 20 minutes, it was on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
It has now been 6 months, whatever, and I'm still not on it.
All right, Scuba, see you later.
It took them 4 months just to put me on the website for Comic-Con. So I just get a kick out of that because I also think that it kind of keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
Don't get too full of yourself, kid. Nobody cares.
Dangle says, while the Sand Dude is dope, have you done the Armorer yet? Emily Swallow's character.
Ooh, I have not. I've drawn her like as sketch cards and stuff, but I've never done a painting of her.
There you go.
I'm doing paintings tonight, brother.
It was probably like Ben Temple-Smith and Jeff Watts. I was at both of their Inkpot presentations. Ben's was a lengthy thank you because he thought that it was something everyone gets, followed by his asking variations of the word really, and then finally a thank you. Thank you.
I remember having that conversation with Ben because we were in the same boat. Like, why? There are so many better artists.
Love you, Scoobs.
Good night. Is Scoobs leaving us? Good night, Scoobs.
Yes. All right. It is almost 9 p.m. Pacific, which means it is almost midnight on the East Coast on a Wednesday. So I'm going to have to call first last call on this one.
Although I will admit, you're here a lot later than usual. So
That is valid.
do we have any more buyers before we wrap this up? Because again, I don't do this very often. Although before you do last call or before you end your stream,
Yes.
I want to actually go. I want to show your guys some of the sketch covers I've done recently.
Yeah, please do. Absolutely.
So we've been doing just buckets of stuff over on Whatnot. So that's Sentinel action.
I still can't believe they printed a sketch cover with that Wolverine on
it. Well, it's not a sketch cover. That's just a regular cover. I don't know if I've shown that on.
Oh, I haven't
I
seen
don't
that.
remember which stream I did that on. That was two-sided, by the way.
Oh, by the way, it reminded me of Bernie Wrightson. The Bernie Wrightson original pencil Frankenstein I was showing you. 1,700.
Oh. I wish I didn't have to drop $5,000 on my wife's car.
Yeah, and I thought that was very low considering the material and a splash page.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why when I said it's sitting at like $200 right now, it's not going to go that high. That's awesome.
Just painting Boba Fett for no reason. We did this. This one is just the other day. Now this one was cool because I ended up using like the Holbein and Posca markers for the background, and then inking over it. But it makes it look like I did all the coloring and stuff with blue pen or something. But it's actually in the background. It just looks really trippy in person. And I had so much fun doing it, I did it twice.
Nice.
And then we just wrapped this one up last night. This is also a two-sider.
Oh, yeah. A little fastball special.
Oh, hell yeah. I've never drawn Cobra. This was my first time doing Destro and Cobra Commander. Even though I've worked on G.I. Joe, I've never drawn those two characters. And then that's the last one. So that was the oil-painted Vampirella that I did the other day.
I remember you working on that when we were in our meeting. It was very distracting.
Yep. But anyways, so yeah, that was just kind of like some of the stuff we've been doing on the Whatnot stream.
Blind Cat likes the G.I. Joe. He's like, I didn't see that one before.
I did that just the other day. I finished it off stream, but I started it on stream.
Sapporo says, yeah, he did that after you left. See, it just goes to show, never leave. Never, ever leave. Stay forever.
If my camera is on, something will be made.
All right.
Which I think sort of helps.
Final last call. Now, I'm going to keep this list open. So there are 7 that sold, which means 8 remain, if math works. We have to open Blood Crackers. So what do you say? We go ahead and open his, at least the tin currently, and then I will reach out to him via the email, and he will get to choose the companion piece. Does that sound like that works?
Spiffy.
All right.
He can he hangs out in my stream occasionally, so you can also tell him to come join me, and he can even talk in stream too.
Excellent. So it is actually going to be almost exactly the 3-hour mark for the timestamp. So I'm actually going to stall for 30 seconds. Craig's like, go Buffalo. That's right, man. I hope they win. I would love to see it. I don't know about Baltimore is just too good right now, but I'd love to see that Lions-Bills Super Bowl. Dangle says, not familiar with Whatnot. Anything we should know? Never watched a single video. Dangle, it's probably not healthy if you go on Whatnot. Why don't you just stick to DCD Collects and Lee Kohse stream? Lot safer for you, bud.
Whatnot, you definitely have to watch which streams you go to. Because I've been in some streams and I've bought things just kind of like on an impulse. And then when I got it, it was just a gift. I was just like, well, that's kind of fun.
Oh my, Dangle with the gifts, starting up the hype train.
Time for a hype train.
Oh,
nice.
My goodness, the late hype train. I dig it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You get a sub. Blind Cat, you got one. Yang, you got one. Motley, KP, Mrs. the Breaker got one. Oh, that's so sweet of you. That is so sweet. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Get that hype train. Hey, you know what, Dangle, you just caused a hype train. For Bloodcracker's box, are we gonna go left or right, buddy?
Weird. Oh, note here. Oops. Armor.
Left must be right. All right. So, Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Season 1 Bloodcracker, here's your base box. And I will reach out to you about what you want the companion piece to be.
I see Blind Cat's making out with the gifts and subs tonight.
All right, he's
got
2 for 2.
He got 2. Nice.
All right, the 4th pack tends to be the auto, so let's save that to the end. Maybe
Teach
we will
Katie.
get...
Tell her because she was recuperating, she missed out.
We will,
In a playful way, though.
let's see if we can get an actual sketch card out of here. Then it's kind of like double dipping into the art part. Or maybe we can get one of those one-of-one metal cards. That would be kind of fun.
Oh, the printing press ones? Or the
No, they
printing
actually
press?
made... Oh, here's a 4 out of 10 cornered on the rooftop. They made special one-of-one steel cards.
Ugh! The Nightwind clan.
Right.
Again.
2 more breaking wins. And you know what? Both of them were 4 out of 10. Well, let me tell you, that's a coalition thing. Both.
When we get off, we got all of them.
Yeah, both are 4 out of 10. There you go. So that's a nice low-numbered card for you. It's a great start. The Tatooine Sand Ape. Who doesn't love a little Sand Ape?
Anakin?
Yeah. Maybe. There's 88. Voiced by Mr. Matt Berry. Grogu. I think with enough time and patience, Grogu could eat an entire Rancor.
No argument here. That is my personal theory. Grogu's digestive tract is Paul Maitland's spirit animal. Blind Cat says Cat won't sub, or Katie won't sub to his channel.
She won't, but she demands that they use their free sub for her. That reminds me, Blind Cat, I got a sub to you, because I'm not subbed to her, and that'll be the evening. Level everything out, bring balance to the Force.
We should all do that. Just everybody subscribe. Instead of subscribing to Katie, just subscribe to Blind Cat. I mean, the money's going to go to the same place, but...
Drummer! That would be Murphy Patrick Martin, also known as MM. That's one we haven't seen yet.
Nice.
You know, it's odd. Drummer's actually a flutist.
That is odd. I also thought you were, like, the moment you said drummer, the first thing that went through my head was The Expanse. There's a character there named Drummer, and I was like, well, that's not her.
Murphy Patrick Martin. All right, so we're going to reach out to Bloodcracker and find out what kind of companion piece he wants.
Mm-hmm.
To go with the auto and the out of 10. Nice little combo.
And did we sold enough to trigger the giveaway?
No. What we're gonna do is we will save these remaining tins for the next time you're available in a month or 2 or 10. And all of these will carry over. That way, everybody still has their opportunity.
I will package up Palpatine for you.
Okay.
And deliver it with these, so you guys have it in house.
Sounds like a plan.
Jawohl.
All right. This is it. This is the last moment to get something before I shut her down. Then we will raid into Lee's stream so that it is streamception.
That'll be wacky. I'm going to set that aside to dry. While I work on an armorer. Oh, that is the perfect color for the armorer. Too.
Miss Swallow.
I have to go get reference for that one, though.
I like gold. You did great, Dangle. We love you for it.
I really want them to do more with the armorer.
Interesting character. Has gravitas.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, I like the fact that, it's all these other big, beefy, badass Mandalorians all basically shut the hell up when she's talking.
Yeah.
So she clearly demands, all these, amazing warriors, their respect. And I kind of dig that.
Yeah, she probably has taken a few down in hand-to-hand combat.
Judging by how most of them got wiped out by the stormtroopers, and then she turned around and wiped them out single-handedly. Yeah.
Yep. All right, I'm checking the gate. The gate is clear. It is time to skedaddle. Time for me to go home and spend some time with my family.
Drive safe, sir.
Yeah, I might. I might not. We don't know. All right, Lee, I am going to jump onto camera 1, which unfortunately means nobody will be able to hear you.
F-bombs!
And then I will be raiding into, as a matter of fact, let me hit the button to make sure that works.
We are clear for F-bombs?
Yeah, it's ready to raid, so... all
Making
right,
sure.
Lee, I will talk to you later, and I'm switching right meow. All right, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Shout out to Lee Kohse for taking time out of his busy schedule and allowing us to get some really amazing custom art. Thank you so much for joining in. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you all, and I also love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so that we can do this again in the near future. I have some surprises for tomorrow and Friday. Be prepared for those. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.